Hello, everybody. I want to thank you for everybody joining us tonight. This is our Tuesday, March 12th call. We've got some really exciting news for everybody today. We're going to kind of change things up a little bit. We've got a new presentation tonight. I got a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. So I'm very excited you guys are all here. I'm glad everyone could join us tonight. Once again, this is our Tuesday, March 12th call. We got some exciting news to talk to you about today. So I'm going to get started. Before I get into the presentation, I'm going to kind of just talk a little bit about what we've been doing so far. And I'm going to give you a little bit of tip information here, how we're changing things up here. And you want to stay till the very end. This is going to be a little bit longer. Normally, if you're on our presentations, you know I try to keep it around 35 to 40 minutes. This one will be a little bit longer just because there's so much to go over. Please stay till the very end. There's lots of good news here for you guys. So let me get started here first of all. All right. So more people coming in here. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. Okay. So first and foremost, as you guys know, with Treasure Island, we've been now running our crowdfund here and our presentation here since about late October. We kind of started off here, first of all, once again, as well too, we started off around mid-October. We had our original compensation piece. What we basically did is we basically credited people, anybody who came on board before November 15th. That was kind of our early adopters. What we did is we actually gave you 2 times the units. Now, this might not mean a lot to you guys in the very beginning, but I just want to kind of get this out there in the very beginning, and then we're going to kind of explain more of the business model here. To anybody new tonight, just kind of bear with me on this first slide. So that was our original deal. Is that everybody got 2 times the units on if you came on before November 15th. If you came on before December 31st, but after November 15th, you got, of course, the 1-time unit. And you got actually compensation for seasons 1, 2, and 3. We started running a promotion here that, because once again, I wanted to reward people for coming on board early, and we wanted to reward them handsomely for doing that. So we actually changed it up. So after January 1st, anybody who came on board was only receiving compensation for seasons 2 and 3. Now, once again, we did this to reward early adopters. People kind of really help us to kind of kick us into high gear. And we're going to talk tonight about a whole different compensation plan. It's not a whole different, but we're adding a lot of cool things here. And the reason why we're doing this today, guys, the reason why we're kind of switching gears a little bit is this. Since the beginning of October, or I guess middle of October, we've been working with some larger investors. They were supposed to come on board originally in January. We've got 3 different groups that were supposed to come on board. They've unfortunately had delays on their side. So we figured, okay, they told us all by beginning of March, they're 100% in. And unfortunately, what's happened with all 3 parties, their projects have been delayed as well too. And so when their projects got delayed, then of course the finances got delayed, and the lending side came late on our side. So one thing we know that has worked really, really well for us is a crowd fund, bringing people to the table, bringing people to presentations. It's working well. But we kind of always had our larger investors in the back pockets. So we kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit here in January, February, knowing that we got larger funds coming to the door. At the end of the day, once again, folks, this is a crowd fund, and I'm going to kind of explain a little bit more near the very end of how this works. But so what we decided to do is this. We know what works, and what's working really well is this whole crowd fund. And once again, it's people like yourself inviting your family and friends to our network. We truly have one of the best and coolest opportunities out there, and I'm going to show it to you here very shortly. But so here's what we're going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this out there as well too, is that we're kind of changing up the compensation piece a little bit. As I said before, anybody who joined after December 31st was only getting seasons 2 and 3. We're going to change it up. We found that we were a little bit stagnant there for a little while, and we realized a lot of people, they wanted to get compensated for season 1 as well as season 3. So we're kind of changing it up a little bit. So first and foremost, I'm going to tell everybody this. If you came on board before November 15th, remember we had a special promotion for you guys. We gave double units. Well, here's what we're going to do is to make this fair across the board, we're going to double your units again. So before, if you put in $500 before November 15th, you got 2 units. You're actually now going to have 4. On top of that, anybody who came on board before November 15th to December 31st, you would have gotten 1 unit for your $500. You're now going to get 2 units. We're doubling units as well too. And we're doing this to keep it fair across the board. Once again, to really incentivize and tell people that we appreciate you when you first came on board to help us out. But from here on in, anybody who comes on board from January 1st and on will receive seasons 1, 2, and 3 compensation. Okay, so I got even bigger, better news here. I'm going to explain to you very shortly, but I just want to kind of get that kind of out in the open right now for everybody here. So once again, just to reiterate, If you came on board before November 15th, we're doubling units again. If you came on board before December 31st, but after November 15th, we're doubling your units. And more importantly, everybody who comes on board from now on, including anybody who has come on board previously, we're going to go and change that. You're going to get seasons 1, 2, and 3. We felt it was very important to really kind of push this thing into high gear to make sure that everyone gets compensated on the first season, because let's be honest, that's where the initial money comes in, and that's where they can kind of see some money up front and a little earlier. So that's the first thing I want to talk to you guys about. Let's just get right into the presentation here. And I'm going to, once again, bear with me, guys. It'll be a little bit longer presentation today, but there is a lot to go over and a lot of really exciting news. So let's talk a little bit about Treasure Island. So Treasure Island is very simple. It's a reality-based TV show. We've taken kind of things like Survivor and The Amazing Race. And if you've ever done an escape room where you had to kind of keep solving the clues to kind of get to the next challenge, that's what we're building with Treasure Island. And what we've done is we've taken our cast. Our cast is actually 16 social influencers. They've got a massive following from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. They're kind of all over the map there. And they've got about 100 million followers that are currently on them. Now, a lot of times when you build a reality TV show, you take relatively people that are just everyday average people. That could be the janitor, the lawyer, the doctor. That could be the school teacher, everyday average people. What we're actually doing is we're actually taking celebrities. Now, these people, once again, have a massive, massive following on social media. And the coolest part about it is they're going to utilize their social following to help them with the show. So I'm going to quickly kind of explain to you here, or I'm going to show you quickly a 90-second video that kind of explains more about Treasure Island. But we know you're going to be loving this, and it's pretty exciting. Here we go.
Join us in an exciting, never-seen-before reality event. We are bringing 16 social influencers together from across the United States to participate in the ultimate gangster's treasure hunt, taking place over the course of 21 days in beautiful Las Vegas. This dynamic show will have these influencers compete in epic challenges and solve complex riddles to move towards their ultimate goal, gangster's hidden treasure. Follow each influencer as they advance through each challenge to find the next clue, which will put them one step closer to the big prize. Each influencer can enlist their social following to help them solve the puzzles. This will intensify the competitive drama while allowing the home viewers to become immersed in playing the challenge along with their influencers. So, what do you get when you combine 16 social influencers in the ultimate gangster's playground, along with millions of their own social followers, while crowning one team as the ultimate winner at the finale? Only the most exciting, intense, and emotional social challenge ever played out. Welcome to Treasure Island, Gangster's Paradise.
All right, excellent. So if you've been part of our presentations, you've seen a few of these things already, but once again, we got a lot of new stuff we're talking to you about today. But let's talk about Treasure Island, the TV show in general, what it's about. First of all, we're tapping into 3 multi-billion-dollar industries, and they're all coming together to form Treasure Island. So first of all, we have the social influencer industry. It's a $21 billion per year industry. Now, if you don't know what social influencer marketing is, think about it. If you're on a social media platform, if you're following something at TikTok or Facebook or YouTube or et cetera, you're following these people for a certain reason. For example, maybe you're on Instagram and you've got an influencer, somebody out there who is a fitness person, and maybe you're following them because you want to see what their workout regime is, or what they eat for food, or kind of how they exercise. And so what happens is these are people that actually have a following, and they're considered influencers. Now, the influencer industry has really taken off because a lot of brands, a lot of big companies have realized that, look, people are not paying attention anymore to ads. They're not paying attention to this, the news feeds anymore on Facebook or Twitter, et cetera. And let's be honest, none of us like ads. And so what they figured out is, hey, why don't we start paying social influencers to market a product directly to it? So for example, if I got a brand new protein powder, I'm going to utilize a fitness influencer to market to their following to try to, grow mine. And so that's what's been going on right now. It's a massive industry and is growing by leaps and bounds every single year. And there's no signs at all of it fading. On top of it, we got the direct sales industry. It's about a $36 billion industry. And it's basically just people out there being able to go out and sell products and actually earn a commission for that. So it's what we basically call direct sales. You call it network marketing, you call it affiliate marketing, a lot of different names for it. But bottom line, it's just a way for businesses to sell products directly to a marketplace and pay consumers, or in this case, pay influencers to help them to sell the products. And of course, we have the reality TV industry. It's been around for a long time. It's about $1.8 billion a year right now. As a matter of fact, actually, about 60% of TV shows nowadays are on TV are actually reality TV. And the reason why is because the networks can actually produce them a little less expensive, but more importantly, people gravitate to them because once again, it's everyday average people on a reality show. And this is why people gravitate. So 3 multi-billion-dollar industries are what's making up Treasure Island. So, of course, when we talk about TV shows, they obviously make their money by advertising and sponsorship. So if you look at Survivor, they say they've got upwards of 8 million people watching an episode. They charge approximately $250,000 for one 30-second commercial. So they have enough commercial space that they actually make about $8 million an episode. Pretty powerful, but once again, it's because of the amount of people they've got watching. Of course, the Super Bowl, so they got about 200 million people watching a show. They charge about $8 million for one commercial. And of course, social influencers. The industry average is about $100 per 10,000 followers. So for us, we've got a following of about 100 million people. And that would actually cost a brand about $1 million just for one post. So the bottom line, folks, is that there's a lot of money to be generated out there. And the reason why is because people have got a large following. Once again, with Treasure Island, with our Cast 16 influencers, we've got a massive following. We decided to go a little bit different. We decided to not go with the traditional companies like the Nikes, the Red Bulls out there and put them on our show. We actually went with basically building our own products and basically finding our own products that we can actually generate income today, tomorrow, but also on a long-term residual basis. And by doing it this way, it's really powerful is because not only can Treasure Island make a lot of money today, tomorrow, and in the future, our cast can as well too. Remember, they're social influencers. They're used to marketing. They're used to being paid to market products on there. So we wanted the opportunity for them to actually earn a substantial amount of money for being on the show as well too. And the best part about it is between Treasure Island, the TV show, and our cast of influencers selling products, we have an opportunity for our lenders, which is why you're here tonight, to actually earn a substantial amount of money. And I'm going to kind of keep explaining to you how this works out for you. So first and foremost, where is Treasure Island going to be seen? It's very simple. We decided to not go with broadcast TV. That's like an NBC, a CBS, etc., a Bravo. And the reason why is because when you go to a network like that, a couple things happen. Number one, they dictate the rules. They dictate what happens. Number two, they make all the money. So they're paying for the show, but they make all the money off their sponsors and advertisers. And the third thing is we're restricted to their network. Now, keep in mind, they have a large audience, but they're only restricted to CBS audience. So if you have a CBS show, only people typically on CBS can watch it unless you buy their apps or buy their different platforms. And once again, too, we wanted something here because once again, it's social influencers and they've got a worldwide access. We wanted to make sure people worldwide could see our company and could see our TV show. Okay. And more importantly, see our products. So we're going to be showing basically Treasure Island is going to be all over the internet. We've got YouTube, Rumble, Vimeo, Twitch, Vivo, Dailymotion, all the ones you see there. We're also going to offer the programming for free to Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Apple TV. No one really says no to free. It's free programming for them. And more importantly, by us not being paid for it, it allows us to actually do what we want to do. And we're pretty confident they're going to take our programming. Bottom line, there's going to be over 20 different websites worldwide, and we're going to keep growing that to that platform as well, too, as we move along. So the bottom line is, folks, is the people around the world can see Treasure Island. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more in depth with products. And the reason why I'm doing this, if you've been on the other presentations here, I usually have like a 1 or 2 lines. I'm actually going to break down all of our products. The reason why is this. Once again, too, if you heard what I said in the very beginning, we're shifting gears a little bit. Instead of waiting for these larger investors to come on board, which unfortunately they often have delays because it's large money, we're going to go a little different route. Now, keep in mind, if they come on board, they come on board. Great. If not, that's okay. We're going to fire up on this side here. And I'm going to show a really strong incentive for everybody here to get involved with us and to help us to crowdfund this platform. So I'm going to kind of go explain a little more in detail about these products and also the financial wherewithal, because this is more of an investment type of an opportunity where you can actually get involved. You can actually own a piece of what we're doing. And I'm going to explain this very shortly. But let's talk about the products. We actually have 10 different products we're going to have on season 1. And remember, I said before as well, too, everybody gets benefit from season 1 from here on in. Okay. And so let's talk about the products. I'm going to show 9 today. I've got one more kind of still hedging on, hopefully in the next couple of weeks here, we'll get that one out, but I got to show you today. The first one here is called Auto Approved Group. Okay, .com. Auto Approved Group is actually a platform we built ourselves. So if you do or don't know kind of who we are a little bit on our background, we actually have a large software development background. We've developed other products and other platforms before. We saw a massive, massive need out there. And more importantly, we saw a massive opportunity. A lot of people may not realize this, but basically a lot of these websites that are out there actually sell the consumer data to auto dealers in Canada and the US. Now, most auto dealers spend an average about $718 per vehicle in advertising. And now auto dealerships, they'll actually spend between $50 to $500 for a consumer lead. Now, what a consumer lead is, we basically like we have a website. A lot of people drive it through social media or traditional media. What happens is you go to a website and you fill out your information here, and then you get a phone call from a dealer. They get you approved for financing and they sell you a vehicle. That's kind of how the program works. It's been around for a very long time. There's lots of sites that do this. The difference between us and everybody else is we have the largest sales force in the world. We've got a cast of 16 people, have potential of 100 million followers. So here's a cool part about it. There's 8 multi-billion-dollar national brands. You probably heard of some of those: CarMax, AutoNation, things like that. There's about 8 large companies that are across the US, and they're often in Canada as well too. We're going to partner with one of them, okay? And the reason why we're going to partner with one is we're going to give them exclusivity because they're going to end up buying all the leads from us. And once again, these are all multi-billion-dollar publicly traded companies, so they can afford to buy the leads from us and buy them in mass markets. More importantly, if we actually gave them 100,000 customers in a month, they actually could fulfill those because they have the dealership length to do that. We're going to charge $100 per lead to all these dealers, and that's a substantial amount of money we can generate. On top of that, once again, we've got exclusivity. Our dealer partner will have an exclusive access to all of our Treasure Island leads. And additionally, our dealer partner will be showcased in the show via our cast over 100 million followers. So just for a national brand, if they put up $1 million, they're first of all going to get 10,000 leads. So they're basically pre-buying leads, but they're going to get massive exposure off the show. So we're very confident we're going to find a dealer partner that's on a national scale. Now, once again, I'm going to start talking about economics to you guys today. I want you to understand the scope of what we're doing and how much money can be generated for you as our lending group. And once again, I'm going to explain that opportunity near the very end. But on this exact platform, Treasure Island, we expect to earn about a minimum of $25 per lead, and we expect to sell a minimum of 10,000 leads per month. Now, I'm going to give you guys kind of the rock bottom. Remember, we got 100 million plus people that we're going to impact through social media and the TV show. If we only had 10,000 leads per month, that would generate about $250,000 a month for Treasure Island. Now, once again, if we generated 100,000 leads per month, that could generate $2.5 million per month. And once again, I'm showing you the math and the economics here because I want you to really understand how big this opportunity actually is. Next product. Okay, so we're also going to change a few things up here as well too. A lot of you may, if you've been a part of our presentations, you would have recognized a product we've been listing as Lavari.com. We've actually done is we've actually worked with a few of these other companies, and we're actually white labeling our own products from here on in. That means we're not going to be selling their products. We're actually taking their product, putting a white label. White label means we're going to put our own label on there, our own logos and our own brand. And this way we're building our own brand. And more importantly, we're actually generating more revenue for Treasure Island and our lenders and our cast of influencers as well too. So if you've been on other presentations, we had a product called Lavari. We're actually changing this. This is our brand. It's called Power Plus. It does the exact same thing. It's literally the exact same product, just with our label on there. And once again, the reason we did that is because this way we're building our own brand. And more importantly, we actually generate more money off this. So Power Plus is a blend of powerful minerals and antioxidants to provide essential nutrients our bodies require to function at optimal levels. So you can put this in your shake, you can put it in a drink, you can throw it, sprinkle it on your food. It has an amazing amount of product here. It increases your energy, strengthens immunity, increases nutrient absorption, and lowers free radical damage. Once again, too, I'm going the bare minimum here. We expect to sell at least 10,000 units per month, and we'll generate about $12.50 per unit for a total of $125,000. Now, when I show these numbers on the bottom here, this is actually not including what the compensation is for the influencers and what the compensation is for our lenders. This is strictly just Treasure Island, what our cut would be on every product we sell. This one here is the same one we had before. It's called Magnesium 5X. Magnesium 5X, if you do or don't take vitamins, you may or may not know how powerful vitamins actually are. In this case, magnesium is one of the most powerful ones. It's right up there with vitamin C. This is something that everybody should be taking. Now, this Magnesium 5X is actually 5 different types of magnesium. So it's like a super magnesium, where most in the marketplace have 1 or 2 in there. They have all 5. Now, the biggest thing is when magnesium is lacking, you get critical jobs cannot perform. You cannot suffer from lower energy, poor stamina, weak vitality, and presenting in a variety of symptoms. So once again, too, folks, this is a great product we're going to market on the show. Once again, we've got a cast 16 influencers who are going to market to their following through affiliate links. And once again, we're going the rock bottom. We figure we're going to sell at least 10,000 units per month. And once again, it'll generate about $125,000 a month for Treasure Island. Now, this one, the next one here, you may recognize this a little bit. This product here was formerly called That Stuff for Pain. We've been working with the creators of that. They're currently in Canada. They've been selling very well for the last 20 years. They wanted to grow into the marketplace in the US. We sat down and worked with them, and we actually we built our own product. So it's exact same product as they're offering right now. The difference is, once again, we're building our own brand, and once again, we can generate more money on our side. So our brand's called Pain X. It's called, or Pain Exterminator. Pain X is an all-natural pain spray relief. There's no drugs. There's no side effects in this. You can use Pain X to relieve discomfort, muscle pain, headaches, migraines, sinus congestion, toothaches, etc. The reason, once again, folks, why we're developing our own products and why we're white labeling stuff out there is because, once again, two things. Number one, we control the brand. We're marketing ourselves. We own the brand. Number two, we can actually make a lot more money, which, once again, passes off more income to you as the lender and more income to our influencers and, of course, Treasure Island. So, once again, selling the bare minimum. We believe we can sell 10,000 units per month. It'll generate about $15 per unit for a total of about $150,000 a month. This product here, somebody else is called Ignite. We've been working with them for a while. Ignite's a fantastic product. It's caffeine free. It helps you burn fat, boosts brain energy. It's great for intermittent fasting. So it's basically, you mix it into your coffee, iced tea, or beverage. It basically helps curb your hunger. So if you're looking at either a dieting part or a fasting part, it's actually, it's basically an energy drink, as well as it helps you actually to lose weight on top of that. It's got a great, flavor to it. I believe it was French vanilla cream. So it's almost like if you have coffee, you can put it, it's almost like French vanilla cream in there inside there. Once again, great product. We're excited to sell it. We expect, once again, to sell a minimum 10,000 units per month. We make about $10. It's actually a bit more than that, but I'm still working on a few details here. But once again, this could generate about $100,000 a month for Treasure Island. This one we're super excited about. Which we talked this in the past. This has not changed. So we got connecthealthusa.com. If you ever get a chance, go to the website, go to connecthealthusa.com. We're actually partnering with a company. They're a nonprofit. The company's called Impact Health. This website is a temporary site for us. It's just basically links you directly to Impact Health. We've got kind of an affiliate link to it, so we actually get compensated for it. But bottom line, folks, is this. It's a shared health coverage plan. If I could help you to save 30 to 70% on your health insurance, would that be of interest to you? And I believe every American out there will say yes, because we all know we pay far too much on medical coverage. A lot of people can't even afford it. That's how expensive it is. So we have a nonprofit company. It does exactly, virtually identical to what a Blue Cross, a Blue Shield, and Aetna would do. Differences are, once again, you can save a bunch of money. You can choose your own physician, so you're not tied to a network. You get lower prescription pricing. You get lower copay fees. They actually have a free telehealth platform, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the best part is you have an online quoting system before you sign up. So if you go to connecthealthusa.com, I definitely challenge you and recommend go take a look at it. If you see what you're paying right now for health coverage, or maybe you can't afford it right now, but go take a look what it would cost you for your families. You can actually, it's a quoting system here. You can put your family or just yourself personally in there. You would see what your insurance would be for this point. This plan is great for individuals, families, seniors, and groups. Now, the cool thing about this also, too, is a lot of people right now, if you're a Mexican or Canadian citizen, if you travel to the U.S. a lot or you live in the United States, but you don't have a social security number, that means you cannot get medical coverage inside the United States. The only way you can do it is by actually having travel insurance. Now, if you ever had medical coverage with travel insurance, it's very restrictive, very expensive. Often you have little things like you have to leave the country every 30 days for 72 hours and little things like that. But here's a cool part about it. If you're a Canadian or Mexican citizen, if you want coverage, this is medical coverage inside the United States, what you got to do is you have to get yourself an ITIN number. It's an ITIN number. It's actually a tax ID number you can get from the IRS. You go straight to the IRS website. You apply for it online. It says in there it takes a couple of weeks. We've got people who said they've got it instantly, but it's completely free. Once you have your ITIN number, you can actually go ahead and get your medical coverage here, and it's going to save you a tremendous amount of money on your coverage. I just put some numbers on the very bottom here to help you kind of understand how it works. If you take a look at the very bottom where it says primary responsibility amount, $2,500. It's a 10% co-share, and my standard rate is $628. This is my family of three, so myself and my two kids. To give you perspective, this is the same kind of pricing I paid 8 years ago. Okay, so I lived in the U.S. 8 years ago. I was there on a visa. We're going back there soon, but the bottom line is I was paying the exact same amount of money 8 years ago. That gives you a perspective of how inexpensive this is compared to what other traditional platforms are. Now, the way it works is very simple. My monthly rate would be $628. That's for myself and my two kids. I would have to pay 10% up to a maximum of $2,500. So let's say, heaven forbid, my son breaks his arm, the bill comes to $5,000. I would have to pay 10% of that, or $500, up to a maximum of $2,500. Once I've maxed out, everything else is completely free across the board. And there's no more 10%. It's completely free across the board. Now, if I want, I can go all the way down. And if I want to pay less money per month for my family, myself and my two kids, I can pay $456 a month, but my monthly responsibility goes up, or sorry, my maximum goes up to $10,000. So that means I keep paying 10% for everything up to $10,000, but then after that, everything is covered 100%. So based on what your health needs are, my kids and I, knock on wood, we're very healthy and we always have been. So I would probably go with the lower rate there, the 456. But once again, I'd be paying 10% up to a maximum $10,000. Once again, folks, go to Connect Health USA. You're going to hit our partner site called Impact Health. Click on the quoting system. Take a look for yourself what it's going to be there for you. I got a little side note on the left-hand side here. What's cool about this is our lending group will earn about $4% monthly commission is paid to our lending group. So let's just say the average person is $10. Okay, between individuals and families, let's say it's $10 a commission. If we put 100,000 people on this platform here at $10, that's $1 million a month that would get generated for our lending group. Now, for us on our side, Treasure Island, we make about $20 per person. $20. Once again, at 100,000 people, we can literally make $2 million a month can be generated. So Treasure Island can make a substantial amount of money for being part of this platform. And of course, this one we just added here as well too is Connect Vacations. It's go to connectvacations.net. Basically, folks, the travel industry is $1 trillion industry. And the best part is we can now actually take our piece of the pie. So our platform, connectvacations.net, is very similar to Expedia and Travelocity, okay? So if you've ever booked any travel ever before on Expedia, Travelocity, any one of the big booking sites, you're going to be familiar with this type of platform. It's virtually identical. We have all the same menu, I guess you could say. You actually can save money on flights, hotels, car rentals, excursions. We actually have cruises are coming soon. So not there yet, but the cruises are coming soon. If you want to go take a look, folks, and see what your pricing would be on vacations, go ahead and go to connectvacations.net, click on book now. You're going to fill out your first name and last name and email address just to register in the system. You can now go ahead and take a look at all the pricing. I strongly encourage you, go do some research. Go pick a hotel. I don't care where you want to go. And then check what are the prices of Expedia and Travelocity. Folks, we've done this well over 100 times on beta test, and we have not found one company yet, or sorry, we've not found one other website that was more expensive, that was less expensive than us. So bottom line, folks, is when people travel with us, they're going to be able to save a lot of money. Now, our Treasure Island Network, our group of lenders, they're going to earn a minimum of 1% on all travel, except for flights. Flights are very, very restrictive. There's very little margin. We only earn about 0.1%, or sorry, our lending group will only earn 0.1%, but you can earn 1% on all your hotels. So put in perspective, folks, Expedia has about 47 million unique customers. Now, keep in mind, they're one of the granddaddies. They've been around for a long period of time. They say their average customer spends about $4,000 per year in advertising. On travel and vacations. Now, if you can imagine with Connect Vacations, once again, folks, we've got 16 influencers on season 1. We have access to almost 100 million people. If we go ahead and every single season, we have a different cast, we have a different audience, we believe over the course of a year or 2 or 3, worst case scenario, we can get 1 million customers buying travel through our platform. Folks, if we got 1 million people buying travel through our platform, and once again, it works exactly the same as everything else does, it's just cheaper than all the other platforms, all spending about $4,000, that would actually be $4 billion in travel. Once again, this is Treasure Island. Treasure Island will make about $120 million per year, which is astronomical. Our lending group would make about, I think they're about 20 million a year. So it's astronomical. What can actually, I guess, no, actually it would be $40 million a year. Sorry, 40 million. But sorry, guys. Bottom line, folks, is Connect Vacations. The platform is up and running. Take a look at it right now. You can book and you can start traveling immediately with that. And more importantly, we're going to also introduce a loyalty program very shortly in the next 6 months or so. Our loyalty program is going to pay customers 5% back on all their travel. Now, if you look at Expedia, Travelocity, all the other platforms out there, they have their own little affiliate programs. They usually pay anywhere from 0.1% to 1% on all your travel. We're actually paying 5%. That's an absolute game changer. And once again, this is another product that we're going to be showcasing on Treasure Island on season 1. So here's another cool thing about it. I'm going to just introduce you. We actually created a company called the Good Health Company. So the Good Health Company is actually going to be a product or a company that we're going to start building all of our own vitamin supplements. We started dealing with a lot of other companies out there, had a lot of products. We found that it was becoming a nightmare dealing with other people's timelines. We figured, you know what? I found formulators out there that have the absolute perfect products out there. They can manufacture exactly what we're looking for, the highest quality of food. So we're going to start manufacturing all of our own products and services in the health industry. So the first products we have under this Good Health umbrella, it's going to be Pain X, Power Plus, Super Greens, and Good Energy. I'm going to explain the last two here in a second. The products coming soon, we've got a men's and women's complete health vitamin. We've got a vitamin D, a magnesium, protein powders, creatine, super red, CBD oils, organic coffee, powder energy drinks, amino acids, collagen peptides, and patches. Once again, what's going to happen is every single season, we're going to market a different product. So once again, for example, let's say next season it's going to be Super Reds and it's going to be brought to you by Good Health Company. So we're going to be building our own brands, once again, our own products. We're keeping the pricing all very affordable. A lot of those people out there, they charge a crazy amount of money because you got to pay out really crazy commissions. We're not doing that. We're keeping it very affordable. And the best part is there's no membership fees. I know there's companies out there right now that are selling health food products and they're charging these ridiculous $10 monthly fees, $100 monthly fees. A lot of people don't seem to realize that, okay, if you have a $10 monthly fee, you got, even to save 10%, you got to buy $100 of the product. So that's just a makeup on that membership fee. So we're not going to be doing that stuff as well too. But the Good Health Company is, once again, our brand. We're going to be selling a lot of products through there. And so I'm going to introduce the next product to you. That's our 8th product. We're going to have our own Super Greens product. It's called Good Super Greens. Now, if you don't know what Super Greens are, they're magnificent. They're actually incredible. Good Super Greens combine the power of multiple supplements like vitamins, probiotics, and whole food sources nutrients into just one scoop. You're making it your simplest daily habit. So you can actually put this once again into a shake. You can throw it into a bottle of water. It's fantastic. One daily serving will eliminate the need for other supplements such as multivitamins, multiminerals, antioxidants, super blend foods, green blends.
Weren't you?
Oh, sorry. Can you just mute, please? Thank you. So bottom line, folks, I just want to give you some perspective. The market is dominant. It's about a $6 billion a year market. It's dominated by a company called AG1. Our product is extremely comparable for products when it comes to AG1. They're right now worth about $1.2 billion. Now, we expect to sell a minimum of 10,000 units per month. Once again, kind of going the lowest common denominator. We'll sell our greens for about $60, which is $20 less than AG1. And once again, it's a very comparable product. We have virtually identical ingredients in there. This will generate about $15 a unit for a total of $150,000 per month. So we're super excited to, once again, build our own brand, build our own products. And this one's going to be marketed as well in season 1. This one's pretty awesome. We're pretty excited about this one here. Next one we're doing is we actually are going to be introducing Good Energy. Folks, this is an energy drink. The difference is it's a one-of-a-kind formula made with quality ingredients that will get you through the day. This is not a typical energy drink. It's not like a Red Bull. It's not like a Monster. If you look at the ingredients of all those, they're pretty bad ingredients. There's awful stuff in there. And of course, you don't want to take them. With our energy drink, it's got a great taste. It's got camu, which is a fruit that's from the Amazon rainforest. It's loaded with antioxidants and vitamins. We have electrolytes in there, B and C vitamins. The caffeine is actually from green tea, and it's chocked with amino acids and zero sugar. So if you're an energy drink lover, this is something here you're going to want to take. It's going to get you that energy boost you're looking for without the crash, and more importantly, without all the negative stuff in there. The 2023 energy drink industry was worth about $159 billion. Okay. And we're kicking on our own. Once again, the lowest common denominator, we expect to sell at least 10,000 units per month. And we're going to sell Good Energy. And once again, it's called Good Energy. And it packs of $12 for $25. So we're going to be lower than everybody else is out there. We'll earn approximately $6 a case. And once again, all the products we're explaining here, folks, as we grow in volume, our prices go down, our cost goes down. So we, of course, can be more profitable. So folks, that's 9 products we're introducing to season 1. We have one more coming here shortly, and we'll hope to have that one available here in the next couple weeks as well, too. So we're pretty excited about what we're doing. So, folks, I want to explain to you once again, the reason why we're doing it this way now is, as I said before, too, we got tired of waiting for the investors. If they come on board, great. We wanted to provide a different opportunity, a better opportunity for all of you for helping us to build this thing. Because once again, the crowdfund part is working. It takes longer, but it does work. And so the reason why I'm giving you this treasure island by the numbers, I want you to help you understand on how much money can be generated from every month from Treasure Island. So if we just took season 1, just season 1 of Treasure Island, if we meet our minimum, that's only 10,000 units per month. And once again, here's all the dollar amounts here, and I've already kind of rattled out here, but they're spitting out here. The total dollar amount for 1 month for season 1, we could generate about $1.4 million a month. So over the course of 12 months, that's actually $17 million that can be generated for Treasure Island. And that's only on season 1. Now, remember, every time we add a season, season 2 adds in season 3, we add more products, we have more sales, we have a different cast, we have a different following. This is something that can be absolutely a monster as this thing grows, okay? Now, to put in perspective, Survivor has earned over $3 billion in 23 years. It came out in the year 2000. They're running out now 46 seasons. They've generated over $3 billion in sponsorship sales, okay? That's an average of $130 million per year. So, folks, that's where we can get here. And the best part about it is we have something very unique that the Survivor doesn't or other ones don't. We already have a cast of very famous influencers that have a massive following. The other cool part about it is every product we put out in the marketplace across the board will have affiliate links. So that's how the cast gets paid. So you can imagine they're going to go back. Someone's got 5 million followers. They're going to say, hey guys, as you know, on Treasure Island, we've got these great products. These are sponsors. Please support them. And they're going to talk about that product sponsor. They've got to do that with all 10 of our products. Okay. Every single season, they've got to market to their following. They're given their own affiliate links, and that's how we track their commissions. So that way, if I've got my following, anybody who buys products from my link, I get paid for on a long-term residual basis, pretty much forever, as long as people keep buying products. We're going to offer that to everybody as well, too. So even if you're yourself out there, if you see some products you really like and going, hey, I like that, we're going to offer affiliate links to every single person and part of our company, if even customers. So we believe we can build a massive, massive sales force helping to sell products for us, not just season 1, 2, 3, but on forever and ever. All right. So let's talk about the opportunity. This is why you're here. So I'm going to talk to you about the opportunity, and then I'm going to actually reveal some information here that is new and exciting that no one has seen before because we're just introducing it today. So first and foremost, how does this program work? It's a 12-month loan with a return minimum of 50% in your first 12 months. What does that mean? It means very simple. What we're doing is a crowdfund. We're looking to raise the capital to produce season 1 of TV of Treasure Island, and we're doing it through a crowdfund. So you may or may not know the term crowdfund. If you don't, take a look. For example, you may have heard of GoFundMe. GoFundMe is a charity-based crowdfunding platform. Maybe you knew somebody on social media that maybe they had an accident and they needed to raise $5,000 to cover off some medical fees, or maybe they're moving and they need money for moving expenses. So a GoFundMe has a charity aspect where you can actually donate, $10, $100, $50 to help somebody in need. It's basically a crowdfunding. Oh, can I get you guys to mute, please? Can I get you to mute, please?
No. She's not gonna vote.
I will in a minute. I want to hear this.
Okay. What happened?
Hey,
I don't
can you
know.
please mute?
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to. Here we go.
I'm trying to mute. I can't.
There we go. Okay, I got it here. Sorry, guys. All right, let's back up here.
If you want to make me host, Jeff, I can help out with that.
Okay, perfect. Give me 2 seconds here, Chris. All right, there you go, Chris. All right, thank you. All right, so let's jump right back into this, guys. So what we're basically doing is a crowdfund. That basically means we're looking for a crowd of people to help us to fund the project. That's as simple as it is, okay? So the way we broke this out is very simple. If you want to come on board with this opportunity, the minimum is $500. When you decide you want to loan $500, and there is no maximum, you can put in $5,000, $10,000, $100,000, there is no maximum. Okay. If you decide to be part of this opportunity, first and foremost, when you decide to lend funds to the company, you're going to get a loan agreement from us. And that loan agreement states that within 12 months, you're going to earn a minimum of 50% return on your money. Okay. Best part about this, there's no selling, there's no product knowledge. So all the products I just showed you, you don't have to learn them. You don't have to learn the products. You don't have to learn compensation pieces. You don't have to learn nothing. You don't have to sell. We do that for you. Once again, we got a cast of 16 influencers. Every single season, we're going to have a different cast and we're going to have different followers. We're marketing and selling the products for everybody. Now, once again, what happens is what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our lenders, we're pulling them together in our company called Treasure Island Network. So we basically open up, you can call it a holding company or a lending company, whatever you want to call it, but all of you will be placed into one company and it's all based proportionate on how much you decide to loan to the company. Now, it's very simple. Once again, each season, we're going to promote 10 different products that will generate revenue for all of our cast, Treasure Island, and our lenders. So it doesn't matter who sold the product. It doesn't matter if it's Treasure Island through product placement or through commercials. It doesn't matter if it's all 16 influencers. It makes no difference whatsoever. You're going to earn compensation as a lending group on every single product being sold. Okay. Now, every single product, we're going to have a minimum of 5% on all product sales will go back to our lenders. And once again, we're doing all the selling for you. The best part is the Cash, Treasure Island, and Treasure Island Network as our holding company will all earn an income. So all of us benefit. So when the TV show runs, when we start selling products, every single person in part of this organization benefits. And the cool thing about it is we built out 2 different compensation pieces. We got 2 different groups, and we're going to explain to you exactly how you get paid. So once again, folks, the minimum loan amount is $500 US. Okay. So $500 US, there is no maximum. So once again, it's a 12-month loan agreement. But here's the thing is, every single dollar that you decide to loan to the company has to be divisible by $500. It's how our compensation plan works. So if you decide you want to put in $500, that's 1 unit. If you want to put in $1,000, you get 2 units. You put in $5,000, you get 10 units. It's very simple. Okay. Now, when each of the first season airs, Treasure Island will earn compensation from 10 products. Remember, it doesn't matter who sold the product. It doesn't make a difference whatsoever if it's our cast or if it's Treasure Island. You're going to get paid through the influence or through our holding company. You're getting paid on everything. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, all the commissions that get generated by the lending group, 100%, 50% will be split by our lending group, and 50% will be split what we call our business builders. And I'll explain how this works. So if you decide to be part of a lender group, all the lenders were assigned a number of units. So when you first joined, if you put in $500, you got 1 unit. You put in $5,000, you got 10 units. Now, 50% of all the commissions from all the products, and this gets paid to you guys, folks, not just weekly, not just monthly, but yearly. So remember, if anybody, someone comes on board our vacations platform, they start buying travel for the next 10 years, you get paid for 10 years. Someone comes on board with our health coverage plan and they buy for the next 20 years, you get paid for 20 years. That's how this product works. And we earn compensation for years and years to come off this. But 50% of all the revenue will be put into our lending group, and it's paid proportionally amongst the numbers of units you have. So if Bob has 10 units and Sally has 1 unit, Bob would earn 10 times more than Sally. It's pretty simple. Now, if the total commission was $100,000 to the lender's pool, and there's a total of 1,000 units in the bonus pool, each unit would be worth $100. So in this math here, Bob would receive 10 units at times it by $100 is $1,000, and Sally would earn $100. So the compensation piece is very simple, and it's all based on the number of units you have. Additionally, here's the thing, folks. It's a crowd fund. Okay, so how do we get to a crowd fund? How do we actually raise more capital? It's very simple. We're going to pay you to help us to grow. Now, you don't have to refer anybody to get compensation. However, if you do decide to help us with this, you're going to get paid very, very well for doing that. So once again, folks, we've got just about 250 people right now who have loaned money to the company here from varying dollar amounts. The key is this, folks, we didn't know them all. That was people telling people and people referring other people. And that's what we're asking you to do as well, too. And if you decide to do that, remember, half the money that comes in of all the product sales, half goes to the lending group, half goes to business builders. And it works this way. So let's take Sally, for example. Let's say Sally loaned $500 to Treasure Island. Sally would have 1 unit on the lending side, and she'll get paid for 1 unit on the lending side. On this side, she decided to refer John, Brett, and Angel. John decided to put in $5,000 for 10 units. Brett decided to put $1,000 in for 2 units, and Angel decided to put in $500 for 1 unit. These are all people that Sally referred. But now let's say John went out and referred Ben, Jan, Lisa, and Shelly. Each has $500 for 1 unit each. Angel decided to refer Juan and Becky for $1,000 and $500 for a total of 3 units in total. Bottom line, folks, is this. Everybody here, even though John's the one referred 4 people, Sally gets paid on the entire network that's out there. If you notice, Brett didn't refer anybody, so Brett will not make any compensation on this side. He only gets paid on the lender side. But Sally referred John, Brett, and Angel. John and Angel referred other people. This entire network of people is in Sally's business. Okay, so in this math here, Sally has 20 units in her downline. John referred 4 people for 4 units, and Angel has 3 units. So bottom line, folks, is the more units you have, the more you get paid. So the more you refer people, the more you get paid as well, too. And once again, we're going to take the total number of units in our downline and pay each person their proportionate share. So kind of break it down a little bit further. Let's just say there's a total of 1,000 units in the business builders pool and a 100,000 total commission for the month. That means that each unit's worth $100. So Sally would actually have $2,000 for her 20 units. John would have $400. Angel would have $300. So folks, once again, on the lending side, the more units you have, the more money you're going to make. Okay. On the business builder side, the more people you refer, the more you're going to make. And the best part about the business builder side, it's twofold. Number one, it's the more people that you refer, and it's also how much money they decide to loan to the company. So if Brett went and referred 10 people, but they all put in $500, he has 10 units. If I refer one person at $5,000, I also have 10 units. So it's a combination of how many people you refer, and more importantly, also how much they decide to lend as well too. And remember, you get paid for those units, not just today, tomorrow. You get paid for a life in those. So once again, anytime a product sales happens, I don't care if it's in 20 years, you're being paid for helping us to grow on a long-term residual basis. That's something I hear is unheard of, and it's going to be really, really rewarding for you. All right, folks, this is the exciting part here. Okay, so as I told you in the very beginning, once again, too, we're waiting on larger investors. They're taking their time. Now, we set aside, for them to come on board, we set aside shares in the company. Okay, so not only were they putting a large dollar amount, they're going to bring some products here, we also set aside some interest and shares for the company. What we're doing is we're kind of switching gears because they're taking forever. We can't afford to wait. We've already pushed it back to March for them. We now, from March, we pushed back to June. We can't push anymore. We have to keep moving forward. We have to make this thing happen. So what we're doing, folks, is very simple. We're going to offer everybody here the opportunity to actually become a shareholder and a partner in the company. But it comes with a little string. That little string is very simple. We have to work together as a group. So together as a team, we reach the following milestones, and the entire lending group will become partners of Treasure Island, and you're going to earn even larger royalties for life. So here's our first milestone. Once again, we got to do this as a team. We have to grow this as a network. By June 1st, 2024, if we raise $1.1 million, then all the lenders of Treasure Island will become shareholders or partners of Treasure Island Productions, LLC. We're also going to issue, so you have 5% of the total units. That's something you already have, but we're going to actually pay you the 5% royalties on all the products for life. Right now, it's very simple. If you're part of this opportunity and we don't meet that milestone, you're going to get compensated on season 1, 2, and 3 only. If we work together and we get to that June 1st milestone, it's $1.1 million, you're going to earn 5% equity in the company. And first of all, that equity will be split proportionate. So once again, if someone has 10 units compared to the person 1, they're going to have 10 times more shares in the company. So it's based on how much you decide to lend. Additionally, we're going to give you the 5% royalties on all product sales for the life of Treasure Island. So you're going to get paid on seasons 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20. We believe we can make this thing the next survivor that's running 23 seasons or 23 years. We do that, you're going to earn compensation on every single product we ever bring to the marketplace for life. Okay. This is a massive, massive incentive. It's a massive deal. But once again, we have to get to that first milestone. We get to that milestone. And once again, so 1.1, once we get to that milestone, the next milestone is July 1st. Now, remember, we're filming in June. We're already filming season 1 in June. So June, number 1, we're going to have a lot of people involved already. And number 2, we're filming in June. So to get to the next milestone, it's only a month later. It's July 1st. But if we raise $550,000 in June to July 1st, we're going to offer an additional 2.5% equity. That means the entire lending group is going to have 7.5%, and one's going to be split proportionate. And all lenders are actually going to earn a 7.5% royalties for life on all products on all seasons. Okay. We're truly making, if you help us to grow this thing, we're truly making you full partners in this deal. And it's going to benefit you for life on not only the share side of things, but also the royalties. The last milestone we have is if we reach the first one, reach the second one by September 1st, if we reach the first 2 milestones, we raise an additional. So this one here, we're trying to raise 3.9 million by September 1st. We'll issue an additional 5% equity for a total of 15%, and all lenders will earn 10% royalties for life. Okay. So these milestones may seem like they're difficult to reach. I'm going to break it down for you here in a couple slides. They're actually not that hard, but once again, we have to work together on this side. We're doing it this way once again because we recognize that, look, you know what? We're tired of waiting for larger investors. I know they've got their timeframes. They just unfortunately have not been able to come to the table for us at the time we need it. We need it to happen now, and we need to bring people to the table. So we're offering you guys, if you guys can help us to get to these levels, then this is going to be a massive, massive deal for all of us. And more importantly, once again, you become partners, you earn equity in the company, and on top of it, you earn a 10% royalty for life on every single product we have on every single season. So 20 years on the road, we introduce a new product. Guess what? You get paid for that as well too. So this one here is exciting, and more importantly, no one else can join after September 1st. And once we finalize, if you guys do the math in this, it comes to $5.5 million. The reason why we have the extra 500 in there, we're looking to raise 5 million, 500,000 that will be actually paid out in percentages, or basically for helping people find the money. And I'll explain it here shortly in a second, but that's what the goal is. And once, if you reach this, guys, once again, November 1st or September 1st, we're cutting this thing off to no new lenders. So it's a very, very timely manner at this point. All right. We also have, like I said, I just mentioned here as well, we have some special promotions on top of that. Number one, folks, is lenders can choose to pay a one amount or split into 5 equal payments. So we did this because a lot of people said, hey, you know what, $500 is a little tight. Some people wanted to do like more money, but they couldn't afford, let's say, $5,000 in one shot. So we're now also allowing people to pay in 5 equal monthly payments. So if you want to get involved with this, and you want to be part of this entire thing, what you got to do is basically you can actually pay $500 in $100 monthly payments. Or once again, too, if you want to do larger donor you want to do $5,000, you can pay $1,000 a month for 5 months. So we're allowing you to pay up to 5 monthly payments just to make it easier on everybody. Next thing we do is, once again, as I just announced, we also are paying a 10% commission on everything you raise going forward. So once again, if we raise that 1.1, we're looking to raise $1 million, but that extra 10% is actually paid out in commissions. So that's what we're offering people here. So at the end of the day, you're going to be paid very, very well up front for helping us to grow this thing and to helping us to get more lenders on board. Additionally, folks, you're also being paid on the business builder side. I just showed you, remember, half the money that gets generated on product sales will go to the business builder side. You're being paid a substantial amount of money for referring people. On top of that, we're also paying you an additional 10% in cash upfront as well, too. Now, you can choose to take the cash every week if you want to. We can pay it to your ACH, Zelle, through crypto. You have a choice there. However, additionally, if you want, if you've raised, if you've earned $250 in commissions, you can actually use your commissions to buy an extra unit. That's at 50% off. Remember, units sell for $500. That's per one unit. If you decide to take your commission, so let's say you referred $2,500 to Treasure Island, people put in $2,500. You own yourself $250. You can actually use that $250 to buy one unit at 50% off. So this is a great opportunity. Once again, you refer a lot of people, you get more lending units, but you also get more of the business builder units on top of that. So once again, folks, 50% of all product compensation we pay to the business builder. So this is a very, very lucrative opportunity if you help us to grow this company and, more importantly, grow our lending base. So okay, so I'm just going to summarize this, folks. Once again, the opportunity is very simple. This is a crowdfund with minimum of $500 and no maximum. All the funds are loaned for 12 months with a minimum of 50% return in the first year. The loans and interest will be paid back via product sales. So the way it works is very simple. If you put in $500, we owe you $750 over 12 months. Product sales happen, and if you don't earn at least $750, we actually top you up. But we believe you're going to generate a lot more than that off product sales. So that's kind of how the loan program works. All product sales will pay approximately 5% to the lending group. It's going to be minimum 5%, and there's obviously sometimes there's going to be more as well too. All commissions paid to the lending group will be split 50-50. Remember, 50% goes to the lenders and 50% goes to the business builders. We're doing it this way because we don't have a crowd fund if we don't have people helping refer people. So that's why we put a substantial amount of money in people's hands by helping us to grow this thing. Now, unit holders in both groups will earn their portion of the product sales based on how many units they have for seasons 1, 2, and 3. And that's the current opportunity. Once again, folks, we also have a shareholder opportunity, and this is only relative if we can generate the $1.1 million by the time we hit June 1st. So once again, if we raise the funds by certain timelines, then all lenders will be issued equity and royalties for life of the Treasure Island. Now, remember, Survivor has a run of 46 seasons, 23 years. We believe we have that ability as well, too, because once again, here's the best part about it. We're not tied to a network. No network can cancel us. We're online. We produce our own TV show. So we have the ability, and more importantly, we have all the product sales we can do. So there's no one canceling us. We believe we can have another company running 10, 20, 30 years because once again, influencer marketing is always going to be there. We can take the same products out there. We can market different things. We can market different cast members every single season. So we have longevity with our platform. So once again, folks, our deadlines are very simple. June 1st, we need to raise $1.1 million. That's going to get a 5% equity and 5% royalties on all seasons, not just season 1, 2, and 3. So if we run this thing for 30 seasons, you earn products on product commissions on every single product for basically from here till Treasure Island doesn't exist anymore. If we get to that point, sorry, it says July 15th. It's actually July 1st. I apologize. It's actually July 1st. If we get to the first milestone, July 1st, if we raise another $550,000, the equity goes up to 7.5% and the royalties go up to 7.5% on all seasons. And after that, September 1st to raise 3.9, it goes up to 15% equity and 10% royalties in all seasons. Folks, this is a team effort. We get there all together. That's the best part about what Treasure Island is. Everybody benefits from this platform. So if you can help us to get there, then we're going to actually take care of and reward you guys very handsomely. Now, 3.9 million sounds like a lot of money after July 1st. The reality is, once again, we have one season under our belt. We're going to have a lot of people there. So we don't believe it's going to be a difficult thing. Now, each milestone, once again, needs to be met in order. And if we had 1 million people on Connect Vacations, that would generate about $100 million a year in vacations. And if we had 1 million people on Connect Health, that would generate about 240 million per year. That's just 2 products, folks. So if we generate 1 million people on each one of these platforms, I don't care if it takes 1 year, 5 years, if we can generate $340 million, that's for Treasure Island. And once again, the lending group is going to make a substantial amount of money as well, too. So bottom line, folks, where can you find an opportunity like this where you can actually be part of a reality TV show and a lot of products, and more importantly, products you can call your own? So folks, I just want to kind of break it down for you. This opportunity is achievable. Now, once again, the numbers sound like a lot of money, but they're very, very achievable. So first and foremost, once again, if we have the first milestone, we already have 250 lenders. So if each lender referred 1 lender in March, we'd have 500 lenders. That's an extra 250 times it by $500. That's $125,000 it can generate in March. In April, if we, once again, if everybody goes out and tells one or refers 1 person, we can now have 1,000 people, and that would generate another $250,000 in April. In May, if everyone, once again, referred a minimum 1 person, that's another $500,000. Our first milestone, if we had 2,000 people, that would generate about $875,000. Our goal is 1.1. So now imagine if people referred 2 or 3 or 4 people. Or never mind, what if someone actually started putting in $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 instead of $500? This milestone is very achievable, folks. But once again, it's a team effort. We got to do this together. Second milestone is if we each lender referred 1 lender, once again in June, that's 2,000 people at $500. That actually generates $1 million just in July. And that's the second milestone is 4,000 people. Our goal was 550,000 there. We'd hit the milestone very easily. And the third one here, the third milestone, once again, if each lender we had at that point referred 1 lender, we'd have about 8,000 people in July. That's 4,000 people at $500. That's $2 million. And in August alone, we would only need about 3,250 people at $500. That's the total 1,625. So the third milestone, folks, we'd have 11,250 people if everyone only did $500. And we'd be raising our 5.5. So once again, folks, these numbers are achievable. It sounds like a big number, but it's simply, hey, we're an army of people. We band together, we work together as a team, and we can all benefit massively from what we're doing with Treasure Island. So folks, very simple. What are you guys waiting for? This is something here, once again, it's never been done before. It's a reality show. It's never been done before. We're taking a cast of 16 influencers that have got a massive, massive following. And every single season, we're going to be filming 3 seasons a year. So in 2024, we're going to have 3 seasons, 2025, 3 seasons. We're going to keep filming every 4 months with a different cast, a different island, different storyline, different products. Okay. So this is a massive opportunity that's never been done before. So if you want to take advantage of this opportunity, you can first of all go to treasureislandnetwork.com. You can take a look. We have our 90-second video in the very beginning. We have a compensation video, which actually I do have to update now because of this new compensation piece I added to it. But all the information is there on there. However, if you're ready to get started and you want to get going, please get back to the person that got you on this call, okay? Because if they're part of our Treasure Island already, if they referred you, that means they already have a piece on the platform, which means they also have a referral link. Get back to that person. They're going to send you the referral link. You click on that referral link. You can fill out the application, and you're now coded to them. We want the same thing to happen for you. When you come on board, when you refer people, send your link to people, they sign up, they get coded to you. We have a full platform here that actually tracks everybody's sales. It tracks everybody's downline, genealogy, commission structure. It's a full back office. We have full transparency on how much money that you have and how much money you'll earn. Later on, as product sales come in, all we do is we enter a dollar amount. It'll break it up per unit. So you're going to see what your compensation is on a weekly basis. So once again, get back to people that referred you to this through their referral link. When you click on that link, fill out their first name, last name, all the application information. If you choose you want to pay by credit card, you can pay by credit card immediately right there. So you click on credit card, it'll take you to the next piece. You punch your credit card information here. Once you paid for it, you get an email back within about 30 seconds here in your inbox, and it's going to have your actual loan agreement, tell you how much you put in there, how many units you have, and it has the 50% return on your money in the first year. Okay. If you want to pay by wire transfer, ACH, Zelle, PayPal, cryptocurrency. Now the ACH and Zelle are for the USO only. But if you want to pay it other ways, just go ahead and click on how you want to pay. So for example, if you click on wire transfer, you're going to get an email right away from us, and it's going to tell you how to pay by wire, ACH, Zelle, PayPal, cryptocurrency, etc. All you do is follow that email instructions here. So the wire instructions will be there. If you want to pay by cryptocurrency, for example, it'll actually give you the wallet addresses. So you can go ahead and pay, or you can go ahead and select that option, and it'll tell you how to pay from there as well too. Upon receiving your funds, if you pay by credit or by wire transfer or anything else, As soon as we got your funds, we go ahead and credit you with your units in your back office as well. Last thing I want to say here is too, if you want to pay over 5 months, if you want to take advantage of our 5 monthly payments, simply enroll. So go ahead and fill out the information here. Click on ACH at the very end. Okay, so click on ACH. When you do that, it's going to automatically enroll you into the system. So you're going to have your active site going. And then we want you to email info@treasureislandnetwork.com. And just tell us how you want to pay. Tell us how much you want to lend to Treasure Island, and also we'll send you an invoice every month for 5 months. So you get an invoice right away. You pay that, and every 30 days you're going to get an equal payment invoice. So if you chose $500, you pay $100 right now, and every 30 days for the next 4 months you're going to pay another $100. So once again, folks, you want to pay by monthly payments? Go ahead and fill out the application. Hit ACH just so you get enrolled into the system here, and you got to email us info@treasureislandnetwork.com and tell us how much you want to lend. So folks, it's very simple to get involved. It's not complicated. And more importantly, I want to thank everybody for their time tonight. We went over a lot of information here. I know I do talk fast. I apologize for that, but we will have a recording this. If we have your email address and you're getting our emails, we will send this recording out first thing tomorrow morning. So we're excited you guys are part of this with us here today. First and foremost, once again, folks, a limited opportunity. Act now, help us to grow. We only need 2,200 people at $500 to become partners. So June 1st is our deadline. We only need 2,200 people. We already have 250. So the numbers are there for us to work together as a team. I'm here. We have presentations every single Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to send anybody to the presentation, go to treasureislandpresentation.com. If you go there, have that person fill out the application or their first name, last name, and email address. They're going to get our links and emails for our links for our presentations. So you can invite anybody who wants this. If you decide that you have people up there, but you don't want to go to one of the group calls, no problem. Email us at info@treasureislandnetwork.com. Simply just say, hey, Jeff, I got 5 people, 1 person, 2 people. I don't care how many people it is. You want to do a private presentation. We'll hammer out a date and time that works. And I am there for any presentation whatsoever. I don't care if I'm doing 10 a day. That's what we're here for. This is a band together team effort here to make us to get us to our result we need. And once again, you guys can go to treasureislandnetwork.com. If you have any questions, you can take a look at the information there. And once again, you can email us at info@treasureislandnetwork.com. So folks, I want to thank you so much for your time. I'm going to stop the recording here, and then we're going to open up for questions here. I'm sure people have a lot of questions, but we're going to stop it first, and then we're going to open up for questions here.
Hello?